Yeah. Club champagne, they gon' treat us like we royalty. Club champagne, they gon' treat us like we royalty.
One of the founders of the Black Panthers Party is Huey P. Newton. Huey P. Newton was born in Monroe, Louisiana on February 17, 1942. He and his family moved to Oakland, California when Newton was a toddler. As a youngster, he had a difficult time in life, which was reflected in highly erratic behavior at school and on the streets. Despite having multiple behavioral problems in school and run-ins with the law as a teen, Newton began to take his education seriously after his brother Melvin earned a master's degree in social work. Although Newton graduated Oakland Technical High School in 1959, he was pretty much illiterate, so he taught himself to read. In the mid-1960s, Newton decided to pursue his education at Merritt College, where he met Bobby Seale. The other founder of the Black Panther Party was Bobby Seale. Bobby Seale was born Robert George Seale on October 22, 1936 in Dallas, Texas, the oldest of three children. Seale grew up with an abusive father, and they took their struggles with them and that when they moved across the country to California. Seale attended Berkeley High School, and it was during this period that he started to become politically minded. Seale joined the U.S. Air Force in 1955, but was discharged in 1959 due to an altercation with a superior officer. In September of 1962, Seale met Huey Newton at a rally protesting Kennedy's administration blockade of Cuba. They quickly became friends, and this year marked the sprouting of Seale's political radicalism, which was also deepened when Seale attended a speech given by Malcolm X. By 1966, Seale and Newton were ready to organize their belief, and they formed the Black Panthers Party.
In October of 1967, the police arrested the defense minister of the Panthers, Huey Newton, for killing an Oakland cop. Panther Eldridge Cleaver begins the movement to free Huey, a struggle the Panthers would devote a great deal of their attention to in the coming years, while the party spreads into roots further into the political world, forming bonds with many revolutionary parties. Protesters walked the streets of Oakland, California, while they spread the words "Free Huey." On September 28, Huey P. Newton is sentenced to 2 to 15 years in prison on the charges for killing the police officer. On April 6, 1968, in West Oakland, Bobby Hutton, 17 years old, is shot dead by Oakland police representing the U.S. Police Terror Repression. In January 1969, the first Panthers Free Breakfast for School Children program is initiated at St. Augustine's Church in Oakland. By the end of the year, the Panthers set up kitchens in cities across the nation, feeding over 10,000 children every day before they went to school.
Do you have anything that you want to say that hasn't been asked, Huey?
Only that I'm sure that we will be victorious. I have a very fine council, Mr. Gary, and the rest of the staff, and that I'm convinced and very secure in a victory.
Huey, have you been able to see just about anybody that you want?
The Black Panther Party had gained international support at the turn of the 70s, even organizing tours through Norway, Finland, and Germany. They had offices in seemingly every city across the country and had thousands of members. However, Federal Bureau of Investigation Director J. Edgar Hoover called the party the greatest threat to the internal security of the country, and he supervised an extensive program of surveillance, infiltration, perjury, police harassment, and many other tactics designed to undermine Panther leadership, incriminate party members, discredit and criminalize the party, and drain the organization of resources and manpower. In 1969, the leader of the Illinois chapter of the Black Panthers Party, Fred Hampton, was assassinated by Chicago police in his apartment while he was sleeping. This was a very rare situation, and it caused an uproar in the U.S. and was one of the most hotly debated topics of the late 60s. What was especially alarming was the manner in which the police dealt with the scene, leaving the apartment open for people to view, which literally had blood pouring down on the steps. The real downfall started when significant disagreements among the party's leaders over how to confront ideological differences led to a split within the party. Certain members felt the Black Panthers should participate in legal government and social services, while others encouraged constant conflict with the police. Newton eventually shut down the entire organization across the country and centralized its activities in Oakland. When he was charged with assault with a deadly weapon on an officer, Newton fled to Cuba for 5 years, leaving a woman in charge. Upon his return, the numbers of the party continued to dwindle until they stopped at 27. Today, the Black Panther Party is considered the most influential Black Power movement that ever occurred.
Yeah. Ice. 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 Ice.